Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, these are mods for Wednesday the 23rd of July. We have got one update, the Pavelli Rat Pack by DD Mod Passion. That has had an update. I've been trying to work out the best way going about doing this when there's a lot of mods. I've done the 2 map tours. They're already done, so now I'm doing the mods. So I realise there's a bit of a delay, but this is the way I've decided to do it today. So we're going to start off with the farm road in front of us. This is by Farmer Bob, 2.37 megabytes download and 2 slots. The only thing I will say, downside wise, it's only like one straight section. I've actually got 3 sections. There's a join here, which I have to say isn't too bad. And I put a slight turn in this one. You can kind of see, but if you mix this in with the surroundings, I reckon it'll work pretty well. Under build mode, under decoration is where you find it. Like I say, if you were trying to, you know, you can actually link them up, bend them ever so slightly, and you can get, I mean, seamless is possibly the wrong word, but I mean, that's not too bad. So you can make yourself, what I like about these as well is it's bumpy, you know, it adds another element to your gameplay. It might be something you never touch, you don't like, you won't like, but I'd say I quite like it. There's just enough movement on there, just adds an extra element to it, which I quite like. So yeah, that's the farm road. Next we got this. Now, if the acronym ACME genuinely stands for a company that makes everything, and that is disputed around the world, this is the Acme Production. This is the one production by Biggins, 13.08 megabytes download, 16 slots, 35,000 to buy. There's option for solar with or without payment, and it costs you nothing. So you might as well have it with payment. Why not? Unless you feel that sort of thing's cheating. Now this does come with some notes because there's a whole load of stuff. This is a production that has internal storage for up to 2,000 pallets. It will do the 49 base game recipes, including a few from Biggins, from other production mods that Biggins has done. Now, once it is actively making productions, it will spawn them directly to the internal storage, not externally. So it will automatically put them into automatic storage. I like that. That's a very cool idea. You've got an unload point here. So if we come over to this bit here, open dialog box. So any that have been produced are automatically stored. You can then bring them out when you need them. That's a cool function and feature. Putting in, I mean, you can put in anything and everything because this makes anything and everything. Door does open at the front so you can come inside. There's probably a light switch, I would say, knocking around there. There we go, shed lights on or off. And if we go to the productions, I'm not going to run through all of them because, like I say, it does everything. But there are some cool features, some extra bits and bobs on there. So we've got our flour, buffalo milk, butter, oils, carton rolls, cheese, corn flour, cool. Dark brown wood mulch, says there's mulches, fire logs can be done in here as well. As you can see, grass to hay, MDF boards, natural wood mulch, OSB boards, paper roll, redwood mulch. You can do TMR recipes, various ones. That one is just silage and hay. That one's silage, hay and straw. That one is silage, hay, straw and sugar beet. That one is silage, hay, straw, sugar beet and mineral feed. I like the addition of sugar beet into Atomic ration. I think that's cool. Fertilizers, sugar. I mean, you can do all sorts. Pig foods, whole wheat flour. And the good thing with this is it seems to be interacting nicely with the base game sell points and the Schultz modding sell points that I have in place. They all seem to be registering everything. You don't need a separate sell point for this. Capacities for inputs are high, outputs high, 5.3 milliliters of each, which is pretty cool. And the recipes, I have to say, if the cycles a month are low, the recipes are fairly high, and some of them, the cycles, like that one there, cycles a month, 10,800 cycles, with recipes of 75, 75, 45, 45 to 240. That's going to produce fairly quickly. So I have to say, it's pretty cool. It does go on to say, where are we? Oh yeah, we'll show the placing in a minute. Right, bring whole trees or logs to the front of the building to process them into wood chips. So you can do that as well. Yeah, wood to wood chip. There we go. So you can put wood in and just produce wood chips at a 1-to-1 with a 9,000. Sorry, 1,000 to 1,000 with a 9,600 cycles a month. Yeah, it's cool. It does a bit of everything. This you'll find under factories. Like I say, what's cool about this as well, there's our factory. Press our customization option. You've got no solar panel, Solar panel with monthly income, 0, costs you nothing to add them on. Solar panel with no monthly income, if you just want the look of it, you can. I think it says it does 720 monthly. Not a huge amount of money, but it will cover a little bit here and there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. The One Production by Biggins. Next we have got this. This is the Shedominium. Like a condominium, but a shed with workshop by Patty and ikas. 10.81 megabytes download, 40 slots, 80,000 to buy. Customization option is colour. This you'll find under build mode, and this was tools. Just there. So I'm not going to put one out because you click on it. Customization option is colour. I've said that already, which is pretty cool. Front door, and this is a condominium because it's or shedominium. There's a lot of detail on this as well. You come inside the door here. We've got a sleep trigger to the side there, plenty of stuff showing on the various different walls and pictures, and so you can kind of live here as well. Lights on or off. Wardrobe trigger here by the lockers, again, nice touch. Workshop trigger, repair and repaint, so you can do everything like your main base game thing. Bottom right, repair and repaint, or repaint and repair. Big cavernous doors, so for getting stuff in and out. I've always liked that idea of like a studio apartment warehouse where you drive your vehicle in and your house is in. I like that open plan thing, but then you can have within it sort of rooms and stuff. I don't know, I like that. It's quite a cool concept. Anyway, yeah, there we go. We do have a button over here which does the roof as well. So again, depending on what colour you've gone for, if we go outside at the moment, the roof is white. If I click on switch roof and we go outside, it's now the same colour as the colour I have chosen. So you've got the option to do that as well, which is becoming very common with the ikas and Patty and ikas sheds, buildings, etc. That's the Shedominium. Next we've got the old Swedish Cowbar. I put one of these out because I was curious to see what our options were going to be on this. There are two. This is by Swifty, 32.64 megabytes download. Each one is 16 slots, each one is 60,000, each one holds 22 animals, and the option on this is solar. And I say that, I'm glad I tried to put one out because it didn't put any solar panels on, so I'm not sure about that at all. It's fairly straightforward. Side bit here, feed trigger just there, dialogue box for animals, doors all open and close and whatnot. It's lovely. So there's our slurry point. Go around the back, we've got our milk trigger, and we've got our dialogue box for our 22 animals. There's no customization options other than the solar, but I'll show you what I mean. If we go into here, we go down to our animals. So there's the first one there, and they're identical buildings, just this one looks like this. And so I go customized, it says solar panels no, yes, it's not actually putting them on. It's costing you 50 grand, but it's not actually putting them on, and that's the same with the other one as well. So there's no colour options or anything like that. Those are the two choices, that one and the one behind it. That's the old Swedish Cowbar. Next, old American shed. This is bale and pallet storage as well. This is by ikas, 6.58 megabytes download, 5 slots, 8,000 to buy, will hold 200 items. There's no customization options on it at all. You will find this under sheds, not under silos. So there's no option for solar. Hang on, let me just double check on my notes. Old American. Oh, maybe there was. Hang on. Oh no, it's the farmhouse. No, this one doesn't have, just because there's another one by ikas next as well. So bale and pallet storage, as you can see, we've got bales and pallets. Putting in is done this side, taking out is done over here. He says, maybe it's the other way around. Yes, it is. Of course it is. There we go. Open dialogue box, and your pallets will come out from there. Old American shed. Next we've got, actually no, I didn't put one of these out. I'm going to show you this now. Old American farmhouse, 2.03 megabytes download, 25 slots, 12,000 to buy. Customization option might be in colour, I think. This is by ikas as well. You will find this under farmhouses because you can't go into the building. That's why I didn't place it. There it is. The customization option was colour. Do that. Colour option. Pick what you like. As you can see, we've got a sleep and wardrobe trigger on the deck, just there, with a bit of detail and stuff around it. Again, with all these things, it might be exactly what you're looking for. That's the old American farmhouse. Next behind that, we've got the Eiffel Farm. This by IrrSinn, 31.56 megabytes download, 14 slots, 50,000 to buy, holds 75 items. Now, it's basically an old shed that's had a side bit added on and a newer shed put next to it. That's the premise behind it. Build mode, this was sheds. I think it wasn't under, yeah, there you go, 50 grand. 75 pieces. Now this side is not the bale and pallet storage, however we do have the option for putting pallets down, so if you want to bring bales or loose stuff and put it in here yourself, you can. It's raised off the floor, so we can add or remove pallets from that one. Doors open and close, and we come around this side, carport there with the light switch. We come around this side, we do have various different doors that will open and close. You can just pick the ones you want to do. As you can see, bales and pallets, we have got the option to add or remove pallets here as well on the floor, but bale and pallet storage of 75, putting in is done here. Hang on, other way around, putting in is done over there, taking out is done here at our storage point just there. Do we have a light switch this side? There you go. Lights on in here as well. So there you go. That is the Eiffel Farm by IrrSinn. Next we're going to have a look in here. And we're going to go to front loaders. We've got the Quicke Q3M Q5M by Hispano, 5.62 megabytes download, 3 slots each. You'll find them just here and just here. Options on these, we've got main colour, which does that, design colour, which does that, and then further design colour does that. There you go. So the Q3, the Q5. For different size tractors, different horsepower requirements, but those are the options on those. What we're going to look at next, I've got one of these out. I wasn't going to, but I did. Under subsoilers, so this is Hispano's bringing stuff that we've had previously. We've got the Bednar FB3000, well, it's the Bednar Terrorland. We don't have it in separate sections, it comes as it is as one solid unit. This is 22.66 megabytes download, as I said, by Hispano, 13 slots, 6 meters wide. Options on this, we've got 3,000 litre capacity or a 30,000 litre capacity for our solid fertiliser, which goes in the front tank. We've got main colour, which does all of that, design colour, which does all of that, and then rim colour option as well, so you can go metallics and stuff if you wanted to. It's up to you. Subsoiler section on the front breaks up the clods, and then the rear section is basically just a leveler type situation, but it will fertilise at the same time. And I did get one of these out. I'm sure I got one of these out. Yes, I did. I was curious to see whether you could actually break it down into its constituent parts. And obviously the previous version didn't have a 30,000 litre capacity, so the tank goes on the back, everything else attaches behind. You can't dismantle it, it comes as it is. Start our engine, unfold the whole unit, which does that, and all that. So it should give us a subsoil like ploughed state, but it should give us a cultivated look. Turn it on because we're going to be fertilising at the same time. Drop the whole lot down. So we're doing our job cultivating, and then it's rolling on the end afterwards as well. So everything gets done in kind of one pass really. Fertilising, subsoiling, cultivating, rolling, all in one go. It does a job. There you go. Nice, the Bednar Terrorland. Next we've got the motorcycle trailer. We've got these out again. I was curious to see how they would work, what they would do, what they would look like, etc. The motorcycle trailer is 2.21 megabytes download, 3 slots by Cole TG, will have 1,250 litres of fuel. So if you're going out doing motocross stuff, whatever it might be, whatever, this is the base game one, but that's entirely up to you. This is what it looks like. You'll find this under miscellaneous. Please be under miscellaneous. There you go, just there, 10 grand. Options on it, we've got BKT or knock-in on our tyres, rim colour, and a licence plate option on there too. Those are our options. Start the engine. Unfold, puts a single ramp out. If I detach it, it actually puts the ramp down to the floor. There we go, let's move that out of the way. Undo our tension straps, and then we can put our bike on or off. I was hoping the tension straps would go like over the bike, considering it's designed for a motorbike, but doesn't matter, it's not. There you go. It does what you'd expect. There you go, motorcycle trailer. Next we've got the Boeckmann AT, I'll put it this side, the AT 40 1927 by Cashdown 18, 7.74 megabytes download and 5 slots. This was actually under low loaders. There it is, 4,500. We've got floor yes or no, So if you want to put pallets and stuff on it, you can. If not, just for transportation of vehicles, quad bikes, whatever it might be. Tension belts, automatic or with tension belts. I went with. Rim colour option, license plate option there too. I was curious to see how this unfolded. That's why I got this one out. The whole thing, like the Bergmann trailer, the other ones we've had on FS22, and obviously there's a modded version now. Hook up tension straps, as you can see, and then unfold the trailer. Does that. If we detach it again, it puts the ramps right down to the floor. So you drive your vehicle on, level it off, and away you go. Cool. The Boeckmann AT 4019-27. Next I'm going to show you in here. Done it again. Let's go to auger wagons, and we have got just there the Bergmann GTW 430MY 21. This is 18.26 megabytes download, 7 slots by Patrick. It's an auger wagon. Does your auger wagon crops, seed and fertiliser. Options of this, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Mitas, Big AT, Vredestein, back again. Some have got standard and wide, standard 3. So some tyre options on there. Main colour does the strip, the decal, like that. Chassis colour does the main vehicle, and then rim colour option on there as well. Cover opens, pipe opens and closes. It's an auger wagon. It does an auger wagon thing. We're going to go out to the field in a moment. I'm going to do this one next. We've got this as well, which I think is rather lovely. This is the Brandt 1116 dump trailer by RMC or RML. Again, handwriting. RMC. This is 12.47 megabytes download, 7 slots with an 8,000 litre capacity, but this is a bit of a multi-tool type piece of kit, which I quite like. We go to our trailers and we come to there. So we've got pintle hitch or gooseneck. If you're into your goosenecks, your pickups and that kind of stuff, it's cool. Cover, yes or no. And then rim colour, license plate option on there as well. So that's how it comes. But what's cool about this, as well as the 8,000 litre capacity, which is no slouch at 8,000 litres. If we can open the cover, which rolls off quite nicely. Handle winds at the back, like that. Tension straps, so you can tension strap stuff in there, on there, whether it's pallets, bales, whatever it might be. But also, if we unfold trailer, we can put vehicles and stuff in there as well. I don't know. We have got a little bit of adjustment on the rear hitch. It depends whether you've got it on a vehicle, like a car, or whether you've got it on a tractor or not. There's not any adjustment for, I suppose, because it's literally the width of the bed. If you put those ramps any wider, then it would bounce up onto the sides. But anyway, yeah, so it does a bit of everything. Tension straps, ramps, plus capacity, plus a cover. Nice. There you go. The Brandt 1116 dump trailer. Next. Now this is something of a game changer type deal situation going on here. This is the JM Extended Reach Plus GPS by AT Farms. 11.14 megabytes download and 10 slots. The GPS unit is 1 slot and the GPS unit is separate. If we come down to our miscellaneous section, just there's our GPS unit that comes with it. 2,800 for the antenna with a bracket. I'll show you that in just a moment. If we come out of there and we come back up to our auger wagons, so the auger wagon is fairly standard with regard to it being an auger wagon. Just there. Extended reach because the actual arm of it is higher up with an extended reach. Options on this: configuration standard, twin wheels, which puts the twin wheels inside, not on the outside, which is rather cool. Crawler track if you want the crawler track. You've got EU or US, which doesn't actually change a huge amount. I think it's actually just attached front. You've got pin hitch or ball hitch, pin hitch, low pin hitch, yeah, back to ball hitch. Scale, yes or no, puts a scale on this side, which does work. Main colour, license plate option on there as well. So here is where our GPS unit attaches. And if I detach it now, it gives me the option to detach. Let's detach it. It drops off into the floor. So if you're trying to put the GPS unit on, if I can reach it now, there we go. It says to put the GPS unit on the tongue. If you put it on this bit here, just about there roughly. Oh, it's not going to do it now, is it? Don't mess me about. Come on, son, we were fine a minute ago. Let's try there. Closer still. Let's try that. Children, animals and GPS units. Why are we not... This worked fine a minute ago. Bring it over this side a bit. Let's try that. There we go. So bottom says attach X. If I press it X now, it puts it onto the side of the vehicle. Now, that gives me GPS on an auger wagon. Not a harvester, not anything like an auger wagon. So if I do this now, and go to my steering assist... Oh, it's done it wrong again. Now, my harvester is set on a 9.6 metre header, so I can change this up to 9.6 metres. I shouldn't have taken it off because I had it all set. That was daft. If I go to 9.6, which is what my header on my harvester is, change it to that. Now, I don't want those headlands on because my harvester's not doing headlands. That's fine, but I want my my work direction at 25 degrees, which does that. If I press OK now, it does that, which puts me in line with the harvester, which means when my harvester's harvesting, I can come alongside, set my speed to 6 miles an hour, set my cruise control on, and we have, like AFS Connect, like any of the Connect systems, where you can slave your tractor to your harvester, so you come in alongside and it's inch perfect accuracy. You've got no risk then of driving into the harvester. But what's cool about this is if I do that now, start the engine, if I drive forward, now the harvester's not running at the moment, let's drive forward, let's put that on, and that puts me where I want to be. Now if you find you've set it at whatever you've set it at and you're not quite in the right position, because I've got two lines there, if I go back onto my GPS at 9.6, I've got my offset. I can adjust my offset half a metre or a metre, either way, closer on minus or further away on plus. So my offset, let's just go OK, will adjust my line to bring me closer or further away from the harvester to allow for whatever pipe length I've got, which is brilliant. So what we'll do, we've got to be quick here. We're going to go into this harvester in a bit. That is one of the mods today. Start that, do that. Oh, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. What are you doing? What are you doing? So, bleep the blue pits. If I come alongside, bleep blue pit, and then set my... Come on, we're at 6 miles an hour. That's it. I might need to knock my cruise control down. There we go. So with cruise control on, and I need to step my off. I can redo my offset because I'm a little bit too far in towards the harvester, but I have no worries now. I can follow right down the field. Depending how big the field is, the harvester can do its turn, come up, come back. So then I can go off, I can unload, I can come back. Once I come onto the field, now it takes a tiny bit of time to set up, because what I found was when I set the harvester off, the harvester wasn't harvesting along the same line as it gave me for the auger wagon. So all I had to do was go into the harvester settings and do the same thing. Just adjust it to 25 degrees or whatever you want it to be set at. If you want on straight lines or whatever, as long as you match up your settings for your auger wagon to your harvester, bang, you go off the field, come back onto the field, press your GPS, straight in line next to the harvester, and away you go. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. That is very, very cool indeed. Syncing and connecting technically with the harvester. Brilliant stuff. The JM Extended Reach and GPS. Next we have got... actually, I'll show you here. I need to probably stop that harvester. We'll leave it running for a minute. Going to our menu here, we come down to headers. Special headers we've got here. This is the Capello Helianthus pack by Hispano, 16.45 megabytes download, 4 slots and 3 slots. 4 slots 5.7 meters wide, 3 slots 12 meters wide. Helianthus header just does sunflower, whereas your regular corn header will do corn and sunflower, and it will run at 6 miles an hour. A Helianthus header runs at 9 miles an hour, so it's running a third faster on top, which makes a difference. So it's a little bit speedier. Options on these: main colour and the design colour does all that, so you can see which is which. Straightforward. The Capello Helianthus pack. I will go back into here. Actually, I've done it again. To corn headers, because under corn headers we have got this one here. The Case IH 24123412 corn headers by Jolly Farms modding. This is 4.67 megabytes download, 6 slots, 9 meters wide. We've got the 2003-2006 version, 2007 to 2008 version, the 2008 to 2013 version. 9 meter, doesn't fold, no colour options. That's a Case corn header just there. Come off there and we move on to, still in here, the GeringHoff Northstar pack, 42.84 megabytes download. There are 4 of these, 10 slots, 11 slots, 12 slots, 12 slots by Aliphei. So we've got that one there, 108 grand is our 9 meter. We've got our 12 meter, 11 slots, 15 meter, 12 slots, and an 18 meter, which is also 12 slots. Options on these, we've got double PTO on the back or single. And the design colour changes all the snoots and stuff on the front, so if you want to mix and match it to a particular brand, particular harvester. Do they all have double PTO option? It looks like they do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump to one, because I got one out because I saw 18 metres is huge. It looks absolutely amazing. What's the Colossus one got to? Oh, it's got an unrealistic at 50, but yeah, it's cool. Let's have a look. There we have it. The 18 meter beauty. Look at the size of that. It's huge. Anyway, folds up. Nice smooth animation on the fold and unfold. I'll say if you're going down the road, I mean, it's still quite a wide proposition, even folded up. It's not particularly slow, which is quite cool. Raise that up, load it onto a trailer or whatever you might be doing with it, or if you've got enough space, a big enough open map, drive it down the road. There you go. That's the Garinghoff Northstar pack. Next we're going to go back to the harvester, but I'm going to show you the harvester in here first. Let's hop out. Now, I'm not a big fan of this. Sometimes you get a required mod with a mod because what it's running requires other thing for it to run. This I don't think does technically. We'll go to our harvesters. So we've got the CLAAS TRION 66530 pack by Rival. 53.8 megabytes download and 25 slots. The required mod that it says you have to download is the CLAAS Vario pack, also by Rival. Now, as far as I'm aware, you can put any header on any harvester, but it's saying that's required and it won't let you download it without that. However you feel about that, of course, is entirely up to you. There's our TRION, which I had out in the field, which was running a minute ago. So we have got 306 horsepower, 9,000 litre, 10,500. We've got 354 horsepower, 9,000 litre, 10,500. We've got the 640, which is 9,000 litre, 10,500. 650 is 10,500. 660, 12,000 litres, and then we're back again. So 12,000 litres being the most it goes to. We've got Continental, Vredestein, and oh, just those two. Is it just? I thought it was 3 for some reason. Continental, Vredestein. Okay. There are 2 tyre options. Wheel setup, standard, wide, wide 2, crawler track, back to standard. Straw distribution on the back, 6 metre up to 11, I think it was. 11, then back to 6. Pipe large, XL, double XL, triple XL, back, and a license plate option on there as well. So I put one of the headers on just for what we were doing. So we'll go out and have a look at it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a harvester. The top opens and closes, the pipe opens and closes. There's no panels that open and close. There's no doors or anything, windows or anything like that. It is the harvester. So as we can see, we did have it set, so it's doing the harvesting work anyway. Let's take the worker off that. So we don't actually need the header on. So that is one of the required mods, but it's a nice looking bit of kit. And as we've seen, it does the job it's designed to do. We've got L1, let's have a look at enable and disable straw swath. I won't let me do it because of the crop type we've got in it. R1 and right stick side to side. Oh, that was the top of the pipe. Can adjust up and down like that. Pipe out, like so. Horn, lights. As there's no doors or windows. Interior. Very nice. Let's unload into there. Once that's unloaded, I'll check out the enable and disable straw swath to see if there's a mechanical change in the vehicle. But yeah, that's the CLAAS TRION 660 530 pack by Arrival. There it is, there you go. Next, we got this little cracker. This is quite loud, this one. The Volvo FH16 South America by Farm Centro-Sul Lewis 73 sound, 53.48 megabytes download, 24 slots. That across the front says Rice Gang, apparently. I went for the Brazilian option because it's South American. I thought, why not? Chrome tips, nice. There's some nice features actually. Like I say, it is just a little bit loud. But actually, it does sound very cool. It's just a bit loud. There's a ton of options on this as well, so I'll get through them as quickly as possible. Some of them aren't as glaringly obvious as others. So we've got a 4x2, 6x2, 6x4, 8x2 tandem long, 8x2 tandem short, 8x4 tandem long, 8x4 tandem short, back to 4x2. I think I went 8x4 tandem short. Some of these options, depending on what you go for, may give you some other options. I'll show you the ones that I went for. So we've got 420, 460, 500, 540 horsepower is the maximum. Then we've got, again, depends what you go for. So you've got front tyres, a couple of different hybrids available on the front tyres. Rear tyres, again, same thing. We can change those around with a few different choices. If you've gone for the 6x2, 6x4, 8x2, 8x4, it does give you more options then to change those tyre choices on each axle as well. So you can mix and match or line them all up to be the same if you want to. Roof setup, we've got Globetrotter, Globetrotter XL, Sleeper, back to Globetrotter. We've got aero parts, design 1, puts them on the back, design 2, puts them top and back, and depending on what you've gone for, if you go for the XL or the Sleeper, will depend what aero parts it puts on. And back to no, we've got rim design, design 1, 2, 3, back to 1. We've got hub design 1, 2, 2, 3, back to standard. It's hard to see with the chrome in there. You know what I'm going to do? Let's just quickly go down to all the options. There's quite a lot on this one. Where are we? Really? Come on. Nope. That was hub caps, hub colour, rim colour. There we go. Don't know if you'll be able to see any difference in there. But you can see all the options. I'm not necessarily going to go through. I say I'm not necessarily going to go through all of them. Then I'm going to go through all of them. So rim design, hub design. There you go. So you've got some different design options on our hub. Wheel bolts. We can change our wheel bolt patterns, slightly different sizes and lengths and studs and types of things. Mud flap. Design 1 and design 2, so that's on the back here. Now again, depending whether you've gone for a 6x2 or 8x2, 8x4, it gives you multiple options on changing each axle set of mud flaps as well. Antenna on the front, design 1 does a whip, design 2 does that side, design 3 does both, so if you want 2 whip arrows or off. Horn, same thing, we got right, left, right and left, off. We've got chrome applique. Design 1, I couldn't work out what design 1 did. It does something somewhere. Design 2 does that. Volvo on the side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Mirrors. So we start off mirrors as they are. It does mirror on the front window, then mirror on the side window, mirror front and side, or off. We've got exhaust design, standard right side, so that's out the other side. We've got design 1 right side, where are we? There we go. Design 2 right side, then we've got left side, does the same thing. Now again, depending on which version you've gone for, will depend what options it gives you, because the option I went for didn't give me the double and triples on this, so it depends what you've gone for. Mud flap design, the Volvo, or straight across if you want that. Front mounting, now that was an interesting one, because front mounting I couldn't work out. Oh yeah, it's grills. It's grills over the headlights. Side skirt, yes or no, and again, depending on what version you've gone for, will or will not give you the option for that on that. Front bumper puts a little lip down the bottom on the front bumper. Internal accessories puts little lights on the dash. So we've got one on the left, one on the right, left and right on the dashboard. Sun shield, 1, 2, no. Adjustable front suspension, yes or no, I went for that. Fuel tank configuration, you can extend, again, depending on which version you've gone for. I didn't get the option for that, I don't think. Stickers, it's got Ocean Race Edition, Performance Edition, 25 year, 30 year, 40 year, Brazil. That one gives you the decal and you can change the colour of it yourself to whatever you want, or no. Additional lights, that puts them on the back there, on the back of the cab. Tyre pressure gauge, if you want tyre pressure gauges, again it'll put them on all the axles if you go for that as an option, depending on what axles. Wheel accessories, design 1, what was the wheel accessories? Oh yeah, puts a ring over the hub on the front, like a chrome accent. Design 2, puts one on the back. Design 3, does both. Back to no. Indoor LED sign, so this is what I went for. So you've got Grain Gang, Agro Gang, Corn Gang, Soybean Gang, Rice Gang, Gratitude, or no. Lights configuration, halogen or LED. Then we've got all various different colours. So main colour does that. Secondary colour does that. Grille colour, let's go red. Does the bottom bit there. Next grille colour does the external grille, I think. Does that. Now windows. There you go, it's just those top ones does the tint. If you pick any other colour, nothing changes. So it's just those first 3 does the window tint. Mud flap colour on the back, you can change the mud flaps. That's on the top, so again, like that. Sticker colour, if you've gone for the sticker, you can change the colour of it. Ceiling, Globetrotter cabs, I don't know. I didn't fiddle around with that. Yeah, so particular cab, you'll get that option. Wheel bolts, you can change the wheel bolt colour. Hubcaps, hubcap colour. Hub colour, that as well. Wheel accessories, if you went for the wheel accessories on the outside, you can change the colour of that. Rim colour license plate option on there too. We got there, so buckle in. I'm going to jump in, I'm going to back out a little bit. Let's zoom in. There's no horn. It says horn, honk, but nothing's happening. So we got L1. We can... L1. Where are we? Why is that not raising and lowering? Oh, I'll tell you what it could be. Have I got open crane tool? There we go. Right, let's do that. Let's try that again. So that's raise and lower that axle. There. And then we got raise back axle, L1 and X. Raises that one up out of the way. Then we've got R1 was... Just mirrors and stuff. So L1 right stick side side does the mirror that way. R1 right stick side side does the mirror that way. Then we've got up and down. There you go. You see the window? The actual window glass is going up and down. It's hard to see because it's on the same joystick. So I'm adjusting the mirror and the window at the same time. Then R1 we've got the window and we've got the mirror on that one, so you can raise and lower the window. You see that one going up and down there. And then L1, R1. What was our open crane tool? Oh yeah, that was the front axle, wasn't it? So we can raise and lower our front axle. No doors open. Obviously the windows technically do. Yeah, no horns. Weird. Lights. I like the sound of it, but it is quite loud. Nice bit of cab movement. There we go. That sign goes all the time. Okay, there you go. That's the Volvo FH16 South America, which brings you on to the last of the mods for yesterday. I assume they're going to drop mods again today. Again, like I say, it's just the time it's taking to do the prep. I did the map tours first, and then I've moved on to this. I was going to do the same as I did the other day and kind of skip through some of them, but some people loved it, some people hated it. I don't know. I'm trying to work out the best way of doing it. This is the Case IH Farmall C Series US EU by Jolly Farms Modding, 12.13 megabytes download and 16 slots. You will find this under small tractors, just there. So we have got the 90 horsepower, 100 horsepower, 110, 117, or chip tuned at 157 horsepower for just an extra £3 grand, which is cool. Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin. Continental, that's weird. Why has it gone through Continental, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, Nokian. I think this Continental one's been added in with extras, weights and rims and various different things on it. Let's go to one that's, I say, fairly standard. And again, you can go then through and find a tyre choice you like. Wheel weights, wides, wide and weights, narrow, rear narrow twin, rear twin, twin, back to standard. Front fenders, yes or no. Back fenders, yes or no. Emblem on the back, that's the warning triangle, so you can have that on the bracket, yes or no. So depending with your EU, US. Window tint, standard. Light glass. I think I might have gone for dark glass actually. Back again on this one. We've got headlights, new, clear or old, which gives a yellowed, worn, stained look. Then we've got 60 kilo, 220, 300, 380, and then we move to a 3-point with PTO, back to 60 kilo. Front loader attacher, yes or no. Now, Jolly Farmers Modding do a CNH front loader pack because the image on the actual website on the Modhub shows it with a front loader. That doesn't come with this. That is the Jolly Farmers Modding CNH pack, which has got a New Holland and a case front loader, which would go onto the case attacher that you've got there. Rim colour and license plate option on there too. Let's jump in. No option for beacons. There's our lights. I think the fact you can go up to 157 horsepower for just an extra £3 grand, that's pretty cool. Interior, like I say, I have gone tinted. Nicely made and detailed. That's the Case IH Farmall C Series US EU. And that's it for the mods. I hope you found all of this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.